What's up, guys? Welcome back to Breakout Trading. Today is Tuesday, July 7th, and we had a pretty good day today. We ended the day up, minimize myself down to there. So we ended the day up 940. This did not come easy today. The market was extremely choppy today. ANVS, so I actually have a couple live recordings here on ANVS and also HEPA. I have live recordings on all three of these, so I'll be playing those. But market was super choppy today. Lots of sideways action, lots of huge drops out of nowhere, like just death drops out of nowhere. So it was really important to be careful today and manage risk, and I think I did that very well today. And then I realized the morning was choppy. I took lunch hour off, and then I came back here for power hour and managed to get a couple more dollars. So yeah, we'll be going over that stuff. So it's going to be a bit of a longer video today. I'm not going to rush anything. What I want to do is show my morning session basically. So this is just going to be a raw video. Alright, what's up, guys? Welcome to Breakout Trading. It's Wednesday, July 7th, and I'm going to be filming this morning session live. So right now what we're looking at for our number one watch right here is right now what we're looking at is ANVS. This is pre-market, really nice action here. I'm just going to try and focus on this one mostly today because you can see here, if we break this 1059 area, this thing's going into all-time highs. It's a really low float, only 4.28 million shares. With a ton of volume pre-market. So that's the one we're going to be focusing on today. Market opens up here in about a minute. I do have my chat room playing, so that's what you're hearing in the background. But if I try to share any thoughts, actually I guess I could turn this down. There we go. Now I don't even think you guys can hear that.
ANVS and NVS. A lot of variety there. An option trade with the SPY, ANVS a small cap, and then NVAX. I mean, it's not really a large.
Probably can hear it through the mic a bit, but that's all right. All right.
So a little something for everybody.
Yeah, market's opening up here in a couple seconds.
As I see them, good luck today. TTG guests, get ready for some fun. My usual fam, let's get them out and take some names. Good luck, guys. I'll call them out as always.
So
let's get it.
What I usually do is I just wait. Market's open now. I usually just wait to see everything kind of figure itself out. There's a lot of whippage on the open. Whippage, I'm not sure that's a word, but that's what it is. And I usually just hold off and see how everything reacts. Usually I like to wait for the initial morning high to be put in, some sort of pattern to be formed, and some sort of setup to be made instead of just blindly chasing momentum. So I'm just looking at my watch list also. So I keep an eye on the main stock, and then this one here I can see. So I got ANVS on watch, CRVS on watch, HEPA on watch, Blue on watch. It had this huge sell-off, bounced yesterday. We'll see if it can continue. UMRX on watch. This one just popped up. NAOV and UAVS and FTech. So decent amount of watchers right now, but we're focusing on this one here, ANVS. Bit of a sell-off here. And I like to keep this on the 3-minute because that one I think has the best information. So keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, CRVS is sort of popping up a bit here. See, it's holding that pre-market level right there. Once again, I'm not just going to blindly chase momentum. That usually never works out in the long run. You always want to wait for some sort of setup, some sort of edge. So obviously if I just bought in there when I saw it pumping at 510, I could be up 20 cents. But that's not how I trade. So CRVS is another decently low float, 16 million. So that one's pumping up good. ANVS, a bit of a red to green move here. Selling off and then now pushing. You can see that we're getting hung up somewhat on this daily resistance level here at 934, and then like I said, past 1059 is all-time high, so pretty interesting to watch for that.
Alright guys, here's our test of yesterday's lows in the SPY. I'm looking at July 8th, tomorrow expiration puts at $315 strike. Again, I'm looking at the July 8th expiration, $315 strike puts on the SPY.
Blue is actually rallying pretty hard right now. Blue has 44 million share float, so a bit of a bigger float size there. This is yesterday's high, and this is yesterday's pivot low before the bell or before close. So we'll see what blue does at $4.50. CRVS having that pop and then a bit of a drop here. I'm going to keep this one on the 3-minute just to
Also,
reduce
ANVS,
noise.
a quick pullback. ANVS pulling back that 840 level. So you guys remember that 840 level we talked about pre-market? That also lines up with the 23.6 Fibonacci level. Okay, so pay attention to that 840 level on ANVS.
Just like you heard Mike say, maybe. That does line up with the 23.6, so could go for a bit of a bounce trade right here on ANVS. See if it can get down to this 840. See what it does here at 840 area. I'm watching the level 2 bid side, holding 850 there. 845. Going for a bit of a dip trade there. 833 we are long. $833 long. Not liking that sell-off. Not liking that. I'm going to try and hold through that halt now. That is not what I wanted to see, it halting going down at all. Ugh. Okay. Shit.
Okay, ANVS is through that 840 area, and you just have a fall. Now wait and see what happens with ANVS when it comes out of that halt. Do not try to fish out the bottom of that stock, guys. Be patient. Wait to see if it holds that level coming out of.
Tried to go for that wash
quick little push
there.
trying to flag here around
In at 33.
NVAC still looks pretty good.
So that's not good. This thing might open lower, but hopefully we get some sort of support here at $8.
Make sure you adjust your position size accordingly. Still watching the SPY here.
This is technically still some decent pre-market support. So we'll have to see. This thing will probably get some sort of bounce. If we do bounce, probably sell at this 880 area if we get there. We also have $8 support right here. So we'll have to see what happens there. 5-minute halt, so we'll come back to that. NAOV here popping up. Alright, now you got to see a little bit of the morning there. That was just a little taste of kind of how I operate the first few minutes of the day. I try and stay consistent and do the same thing every day here. So I'll fast forward 5 minutes. So, but $8 is going to be where I manage my risk. If we go anywhere, if we can't even hold 8, then I'll probably just get out of this thing and take the L. But I'd really like for this thing to at least give me some sort of opportunity to get out there at 8.33. I don't have the worst average. It's not like I'm averaged up here at high $88. So opening up here in 15 seconds. We're going to see where this thing wants to open. $8 is the risk. 8.82 is a take profit if we get the chance to get up there. $8 risk. Right down $8. So probably going to come on. Getting out there at break even. Okay. 3-cent loss there. Ouch. This thing does not look strong. Really nasty pullback. Look at that open, just disgustingly selling. So let's go back here. Try and look over here. The next place that I would long this thing is $7. So $7 is the new target. Alright, so that was the first trade I had there. Bit of a scratch trade. I used the stop out at break even sort of method, which, you know, has been very beneficial in the long run. You don't want to hold your losers, just cut them out, take the small L. I think I was down 75 cents plus commissions, probably like $1.30. And then that allows you to just maintain your full mental composure this early in the morning. Like, we're only 12 minutes into the entire day, and the last thing you want to do is have like a huge L on your first trade. Out here, but for some reason I was an idiot, didn't take it. Okay, so the next trade I took was at, so yeah, we're watching. You can see here everything in the morning was totally selling off. We got HEPA. Let myself explain that part. Let's see what it does at this 9 EMA on the 1 minute. Once again, the trend is down, so any sort of pop this thing has is technically just a pullback for a continuation lower. You can see also here that the screen, nothing's really moving. We got HEPA sideways down. CRVS is the only one that kind of looks like it wants to move. ANVS obviously selling off. Selling off, selling off, selling off. F-Tech holding. So not the greatest open this morning. Oh, whoops. The desktop audio was paused. Basically, I was just said everything was selling off. So the next trade I made was... So this is the trade. Okay, I'll get to the point in the video and then explain what happens. Their HEPA takes off. I'm watching. Didn't chase that at all. And then ANVS has a bit of a squeeze here as well that I was watching after that big morning sell-off. So coming up here, HEP or ANVS gets halted, right? Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna let it play here. So this trade was really frustrating for me because what happened was I had a fantastic entry, I had a plan, did everything right, and then what happened was I bought in and it didn't pop up right away. I gave it a couple seconds, it looked weak, and I sold at exactly break even, which honestly is a good strategy, except the thing that sucked is right after I sold, it ripped up. It would have been like a $40 winner, I kind of calculated, and I was pretty upset, so I said a couple bad words, a little bit of emotions spilling out there, but you know, at the end of the day, I'd always rather not make any money than lose big money by not being careful. So for every time that I don't make $40 by selling at break even, I also save myself $40 when the thing actually does dump. So those break even stops, I really like those. I'm going to stick to that. Those have really benefited me in June, so those are going to continue. I used actually lots of those today, and I think I had 3 trades where they're all break-even stops, and that means your losses are just so small compared to your winners. They're so easy to get over basically when you have a good winner because it covers all those small losses. So no regrets on the break-even stop out. It was just really shitty to see. So I'll let that play here. Oh Jesus! Now it's halted to the upside. What the fuck is this one? What the hell? Huge, huge rally off that 757 level. Wow.
Hi guys, ANVS is halted here at $9.
Holy cow moly.
What I'm going to do here now, guys, I'm looking for a pullback towards VWAP to be a buyer. Okay, I'm looking for a pullback on ANVS off the trading halt to be a buyer. Okay, so there's that trade line. We kind of talked about this pattern coming to fruition. Now here comes your trade line. It's working its way up. We just had a real high volume spike. There's your increase in volume through VWAP. Now, coming out of this trading halt, okay, don't forget high of the day sits right around 960. Now you're going to want to look for a quick pullback off this halt. My game plan, I'm telling you guys my game plan now. Okay, I'm telling you my game plan now, because if this happens, it could happen very quickly. This is a fast-moving small cap. This stock is currently halted. So if we come out of the trading halt and you get a quick little pullback, just like that, right into VWAP, right into that trade line, this area right there is where I'm going to be a buyer. Okay, right there is where I'm going to be a buyer. We open up. You see a quick pull into 850. 850 hold.
So now you can hear Mike in the T2G chat room saying his strategy, and I'm basically doing the same one. I don't follow his trades to a T. I don't just blindly follow anyone's trades. You guys know from this channel that this is kind of my style, is the washout longs, bounces off VWAP. So I was just, just another trade, nothing special here. And I was right now just kind of calculating, okay, how many shares do I want? If my stop loss is at 840, what's my risk? And what's my take profit? So I want to know my risk, my entry, and my take profits before this thing opens up again, and before I actually enter in the trade. I want to have some sort of plan. So right now you can see I'm just kind of calculating out my risk.
Alright, so I'm telling you guys the game plan now, because when the stock opens, the stock moves very fast. Okay, but I want you guys to be prepared for this action once the stock opens up for trade. Let's see if we get that pullback, guys. Now, on the flip side, if we open up and we shoot right to 10, I'm not chasing it. Okay? I'm not chasing it. I'll let the stock push, and I'm going to wait for another pullback. Always remember, if a stock is truly strong, you will get more than one opportunity to buy. If a stock is truly strong, you will get more than one opportunity to buy it. Do not feel like you can chase the stock as it's moving higher. Wait for your pullbacks, wait for your entry opportunities, wait for your setup. Let's see what happens coming out of the halt, guys.
Okay, we're going to try and buy 870, and our stop loss is going to be 840.
Guys, for DRV, I actually think that we bought that last TTG Tuesday at 15.
Risk $15.
You know, this is going to be a choppy one, so I want to just take this quick profit on it, and then
Okay.
wait for a pullback until like the mid 14s.
So, on resumption of this halt here, HEPA ripping.
So I think it's just going to just chop around. It's really good.
Jesus Christ.
You know, if you could anticipate the market. So usually the way it works is spies down, this is up. Even though it shouldn't be that way, but it just is. But I really like DRV. It's basically a short against real estate for all of you guys that aren't aware.
Gonna look for a pullback to 870 or below. Pull back to 870. Gonna long. Stop loss 840. So 840 here, that's my stop. If it gets around here and you can't hold, then I will be out.
HEPA still hasn't had a trade line be crossed yet, guys. Still pushing here.
If this thing opens up and just keeps going up, then I'm not going to chase. I will probably wait until it can break maybe into all-time highs or around $10, maybe buy a retest of this 963 area. Small dip, doesn't look like it's going to get down to 870. Watching. No, not 870, only $9. And then continuation. Can it drop to 870? That's where I will be buying. 895. It's holding 9. Oh, fuck, that was it right there. Shit. Buying in there. Ah, 893. Bad fill. Bad fill there. Really bad fill. We're in at 893, looking for this thing to keep going. Come on.
Hey, Simmons, could you a check on American Airlines when you get a chance?
Fuck off.
I just want to kind of confirm the tape.
Oh my god. For fuck's sakes, man.
So when you're looking here at American Airlines, what we were looking for was to see if the 50-day moving average is going to act as support or resistance. You can see it acted as resistance right off the top here. So support, you were right. It's going to be this little gap up we had.
God damn it.
And we bounced it off. It's around 1197, the 12 area. So if you can bust down below that, then we'll be trading in the channel that we were in before this gap up. So it should be interesting to see if it's able to bounce off this
God,
area
I'm stupid.
or not.
Okay, so what happened? So I got in really nice, well, not really nice. So what happened was I have some hotkeys set up. No, that's not what happened. So what happened was I didn't have any hotkeys set up today. After this incident, I set up some more hotkeys. Basically, I had my order there at 870 to buy the dip, right? Let's see if I can't zoom in on this. Oh, it's a video. Okay, so I had my order ready to buy here at 870. It didn't get to 870. It got to like, 875, and that is where I would have had a bomber entry, right? So I know that I miss it because I'm watching the tape. I see the bounce there. I say, damn it, that was it right there. So what I do is I try to enter in. My order doesn't get filled, and I manually push it right up into the bid ask, into the spread. Boom. Terrible fill there at 893. So already I'm like, oh crap, I got a high fill. I wanted to get filled at like 870. Now I'm 20 cents above where I wanted to get filled. This is not good. I think I might get dumped on. So immediately my mindset is I have a bad fill. This might be a losing trade. I'm going to manage my risk. So I'm watching the level 2. It pops up a bit up there to that 915 area where they had 2 other 1-minute candles of resistance, and then it starts to pull back, and at that point I exited the trade at exactly break even. Here is the trades here. So I entered at 893, exited at 893. So that is actually a really good strategy, is nailing those entries and then using your break even as your stop loss, because hypothetically speaking, if you always just stop out at break even, your losses are going to be just minuscule, maybe even nothing, right? So I exit out. That was not the mistake. The mistake was not re-entering in. So I'm not going to replay the video here. You guys can, and just slow it down. Watch the tape. As soon as it breaks back over $9, it starts ripping with a bunch of buy orders. I should have bought in again there for a separate trade. I shouldn't have held my entry. Exiting was the right choice there because it was pulling back. It looked weak. But I should have A, had a better entry to begin with, and then B, re-entered when I saw the strength and then rode that up all the way up to 962. So that was the trade where I really lost out on a huge win for the day, because obviously you had tons of time here to take profit at the high of day, which I totally would have done. Ripped up here in like a minute. So got a little frustrated there, but you know, kept my composure. It's a lot better, like I said, to miss out than to actually have a realized loss, in my opinion. I'd rather miss out on 1,000,000 trades than lose $1 million or something like that. Yeah, so I would have been up $32. I calculated it. That's probably not the best thing to do, but whatever. Yeah, you live and you learn. So from that mistake, I decided that I need more hotkeys for smaller share size. So before this happened, I only had hotkeys for 100 shares and 200 shares, and now I have hotkeys for 25, 50, 100, and 200 shares. So I'm not messing around with this order entry panel. I don't have to mess around with this in the mouse. I can just use my hotkey, get in instantly, because right where I knew I wanted to get in, my order just was too low. So I messed up. I just messed up on the speed there. I could have got filled at like 9, or I could have got filled there at like 880, something really low for like a while. If you watch the video, right where I was like, oh damn it, that was it. There's an 8.9 or 880 on the bid and ask for quite a while. I would have been able to get an entry there, and I probably would not have stopped out because it would have never gotten back to break even, and I would have ripped this thing up. So lesson learned. Now I have hotkeys for quicker entries and lower entries on those pullbacks. So yeah, that was the trade I missed out on. Obviously didn't lose anything, which is the good news, but missed out on a pretty big gain here. You can see the thing hovered around the high of day for quite a while, and I ended up actually taking another trade on it. So I kind of kept my cool. So this is my third trade, was at 93. So this thing's broken the high of day. It looks really strong. I'm thinking right now that this thing's going to break its all-time high and push way higher today. So I do not want to miss out on this. So for my viewers, you guys know how I trade by now. What setup would I be looking for right here? See if you can guess. What setup am I going to take right in this situation right here? Damn it, man. $9.50 re-entry. Fuck, man, we gotta wait till this thing. Oh my god, I messed up so fucking bad, dude. Why did I sell?
Alright guys, I'm getting into this American Airlines. You can see, you guys, if you do so choose, you probably get that price. I'm gonna keep a tight stop on it.
Long there at 970.
Bounce off of this level a couple of times. I mean, obviously, I don't like that it's testing it as much as it is. I'd be looking probably to take profit somewhere at like 1240, 1250 on this, or 20%, depending on what the option is doing. All right.
Sold there.
Reward.
988.
I'll roll the dice and get some contracts and just see how it goes. But again, real tight stop. Now the low of the day on this is
1060 is all-time high.
so basically,
Fuck, I messed up that entry so goddamn bad. That's so frustrating. It's alright. Got a nice little gain there. $8 there. Alright, so I got a little bit of a bounce off the high of day retest. A little bounce there. Honestly, not a bad trade. About 18 cents with the 50 shares. That made me $8, so that made me feel a bit better that I got at least a piece of this thing. And then watch what happens here. Wow. Oh my god. Where was I for that flush? Jesus Christ. Excuse the language. Holy shizers. This thing's crazy. This thing is nuts. Wow, this thing bounced all the way from 890 all the way to 960. Jesus. Okay, so I was a little bit
log in here to Interactive Brokers.
bad,
Holy fudge.
some bad
Holy
language
fudge.
here. So anyways,
What is this stock,
the
man?
thing gets halted. So if you
Oh
saw
my
what
God.
happened, it literally flash crashed all the way down to VWAP and then bounced all the way back up to 975 in like a fraction of a second. So what I said was, oh, where was I for that flush? Because I could have had to order there at 9 and then rode that back all the way up to 960 in like half a second. Obviously, that's a pretty insane trade, but it happened really fast, and honestly, thank gosh I got out on my little scalp there before that happened. And as you can see, this thing never actually recovered from that drop. Here it was way up here. This thing literally sold off all that. Look at that, from 970 all the way down to 660. Huge flush, and that was insane to watch live. Pretty incredible.
That's insane.
What? Yeah, so that was the flash crash, and then
What the hell
I
just
think there's
happened?
one more little piece in this video. Oh yeah, so I had another trade here on CRVS. So obviously after that, you can see that the small caps today are probably not the most trustworthy. It wasn't even an offering announced. It just literally flash crashed and got halted. Probably a lot of people were beg holding look at that thing, and it's still continuing down. So I was looking for some sort of bounce off this, and then I realized it's probably just not even going to bounce. Look at that sell-off, just pretty insane. So I flip over, and then I see this one here, so I'll let this play as well. Still downtrending. CRVS now freaking out. You know, for 30 shares on this one. Decent volume breakout over these highs here. Sort of keeps pulling back into them. Keeping an eye still on ANVS. We're still buy 50 shares there at that 810 area if we can get down there. CRVS is 16.35 million share float. This was the coronavirus study. Not too sure how much I like that fake out there. Does have the highest volume of the day right here. Okay, let's take a starter here at $6. Long there on CRVS at 605. It's trying. I mean, my stop loss is going to be break even, 605. Stop loss it. Come on. Not liking that breakout. Come on. I'm trying to give it a chance here. Trying to give it a chance, not mess up like I did the last one. It's not really impressing me at all. Trying to give it a chance. Getting out there at $6. Can always re-enter. God, what is up today? These things are not trading nice at all. So you can see that that was a brutal breakout. Really terrible price action.
What kind of breakout is that?
So I stopped out again there for a very small loss, down 150. So that's kind of part of the break-even strategy. Is I could have held that thing and then watch it flush down to 570, give back all the gains from that last trade I made, or I can just stop out at break even, or in this case a 5-cent loss, and I'm down 150, a very manageable loss, something that I can easily bounce back from on a winning trade that I'll let run longer. So in this case, this is a horrible breakout. It has like no momentum at all,
And of course,
I kind of get pissed
that's
here
the theme for today, I guess.
because I think I missed it again.
Jacob just getting faked out.
I think I missed it, but look at another false breakout. It's going, it's going. I'm watching maybe for like a retest entry at 609 or something. I'm watching. There it goes. So that would have been technically a decent trade if I had held from 605. It's all the way up at 640, but I sensed the weakness in the tape. I really did. I sensed it and I got out, and luckily I got out. Alright, I'll let it play here.
Just drop here.
Just like
right here. This is the resistance
ANVS.
that we have to get through, and lately small caps have had a really hard time breaking through some resistance.
Oh, shit, I didn't even notice. This is a daily level too.
Profits as the stock climbs here. I'm not going to try to get too greedy with this thing.
This thing can get above 631.
And I'm just going to keep moving my stop loss up as the trade.
I didn't even notice this actually, so yeah, this thing is weak. It's had a lot of trouble getting over that area. Like, what kind of breakout is that, man? What is this thing, 15 million? Like, it should be way cleaner than that. It's some nasty action. Only up about 350 now. Just not good action today. You can see this is HEPA. CRVS pulling back now. ANVS just completely shit the bed. God damn it, I missed my entry there too. Missed my entry there. Fuck off. Well, at least I'm nailing the entries, doing something right. I'm not nailing them, but at least I'm planning them right. Let's clear all these out of the way and make some new ones. Support, support, resistance. high day resistance. We are kind of bottoming out here, as you can see. This reminds me of that stock from yesterday. I forget the name. Oh, 790. It dipped down right to 790. That area I was watching. Super frustrating. And then look at that. CRVS. See, that is why I sold there, because that has been the theme for today. That is why you sell at break even, or for $1.50 loss, 5-cent loss. You know, you have to keep those losses small, or else you will get wrecked. So that's why I stopped out, because that has been. And that is so true, because look at this. First trade of the day, 3-cent loss, super manageable. Second trade of the day, break even, also super manageable. Third trade of the day, I got like 18 cents there, makes up for those 2 losers, and I'm in profit. So it made up, this one trade made up for 2 losers plus commissions, plus I'm still in profit. So that's the beauty of having tiny losers. And then here again, I take a small loss, 5 cents, and I'm still in profit for the day. So one trade can make up for 3 losing trades and commissions, 1 winning trade. So that's the importance of hitting that stop loss at break even, or having super tight stops. And the way you can do that is having epic entries, where you bottom ticket, or you buy on a huge pullback to support, or you buy when you know it's just about to break out. You have to have bomber entries in order to have good stop losses. So that's important. It's something I learned today. Well, I already knew that, but I reinforced it even for today. So choppy today. I think that might honestly be it for me. Just seeing this action on, like, look at every one of these high day breakouts. Fake out, huge fake out, third fake out.
There it is again, guys. There it is again. This is why I'm saying, you guys stick to your profit targets. Do not be greedy. I mean, you're not getting follow through on small caps. You're just not. You're just not getting follow through. That's why every single time that we've been to these trades, I'm like, guys, I just got done saying I don't have a lot of confidence in, in getting follow through in small caps. As the stock extends, some major resistance level, take profits, move your stop loss up. I mean, you're seeing it firsthand. On why it's so important on days like today when things do get a little bit choppy, that you have to stick to your rules. Okay, you guys have to stick to your rules. This is something that for our guests that are in there today, this is something that you guys will all learn how to develop that discipline. And
We'll do one more sweep through, and then that might be it today.
On the rest of your positions, you're seeing it right now.
I had one chance today to make some bank, and I messed it up on ANVS. So frustrating.
Pushing higher to try to go green on the day. You see these small caps are struggling.
HEPA.
Struggling to give you follow through, struggling to give you momentum. ANVS couldn't do it. Failed. CRVS, okay, right now couldn't do it. Pulled in. If you want to stay in here above VWAP, you can. If the stock steps back up for us later, I'll re-enter the trade. But given the way that small caps
CRVS
the last couple of days, I'm not going to just keep sitting in and trusting those small caps. I'm going to be kind of prudent.
Yeah, guys, so I pretty much shut it down after that. That was the morning session, 2-hour morning session. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And you can see it just breaks out there, even lower just when I end the video. Didn't mess up that ANVS trade, but right here, that's so frustrating that I sold there because I saw weakness. Oh, I should have just held a little bit longer. That's alright. Now, look at this thing. Yeah, so that's it for today. Obviously, small caps are completely trash to trade today, and I don't want to get chopped up and lose money. So, whatever, break-even day today, small profit, I'll take it. I will upload this video like the live recording. Maybe I'll do a recap later, and I will also be back for Power Hour, maybe after the lunch break. there'll be some stuff that actually has follow through. So anyways, that's it for me. Breakout trading, like and subscribe. Yeah, so I did come back for Power Hour and I ended up nailing it. So now I'll show. So that was the morning session there, live recording, live trades. Not much action. I didn't really make anything there. Whereas afterwards, in Power Hour, I made the bulk of these profits here for the day. So that's kind of what trading is now. I'm starting to learn. It's a lot of just risk management and just keeping the losers small, and then just letting those winners just overwhelm or overcast, or I can't think of the word right now, but oversize those multiple losers and just nailing it when the momentum's hot. Today the momentum was not hot, so I knew when to call it. I knew to call it a day because nothing had follow through, and there's no point, surfing when there's no waves. That's the analogy I use. You go surfing when the break is huge, when there's lots of swell, when the conditions are good. But if you're just paddling it for nothing all day, you're paddling at no waves, you're gonna tire your mental capital out, and you're gonna tire your financial capital out. So when there's no waves, you don't go surfing. So yeah, that was it for the morning session. Now I'll play the little afternoon session trade. It's a quicker video. This video already is long as hell already, but I don't really care. I think all this stuff is really important, and I think it's some good footage here, some good lessons to learn on. What have we learned so far? So far we've learned what the market looks like when it's choppy. There's these huge washouts, no follow through. No one has confidence in these small caps to move up, so no one wants to step in front of that train. Everyone's taking their profits quick, stops are tight, lots of big flushy moves, so you got to be very careful. You have to be taking your profits quick and making entries very quick, taking profits quick, not letting much run, because if you don't take your profits in a market like today, you won't have any profits. Also, break-even stop losses are very nice. They suck when it rips without you, in this example, but they also save your ass multiple times. When you have 3 losing trades, you can make up for all of those losers in one trade if you keep your losses tiny. So those are the 2 things. And also, third thing is I learned that hotkeys are much more superior than this order entry. You got to be quick with these things, and hotkeys get the job done much better than a mouse. So I now have some more hotkeys too that I will be using more. I might just forget about this altogether unless I use it. Yeah, hotkeys are just better. So yeah, we'll go into the afternoon session now. What's up, guys? We're back. It's Power Hour. We've got a couple stocks we are watching. So first off, I took a little tiny trade in ANVS when I sat down. Just this little scalp here, about a 8-cent move there with 25 shares. Made like, I think, $2 or something. So now I'm up 10 on ANVS for the day. And then I was looking for this thing to break this resistance and continue up to VWAP, but it kind of just shat the bed. It had one of those flash crashes like it's been having all day. Right now we got HEPA on watch. Looks like it's breaking out of the 23.6 right now. I will look for a possible entry on this on a pullback. Like I said, it's just at the 23.6 right now, so I almost want to wait for it to get over this level. Show some real strength. I lined up all my support and resistance with this, so we'll just watch here for a bit, see if this thing can hold and close some candles over that line there. Today has not been the hottest day, so I don't want to do anything stupid and give back all my gains or something like that. Okay. So yeah, no point in having this up. We already know that's the 23.6. And we'll just keep an eye on this. I'm not going to buy right now.
I like the volume coming in here. We need to get up past that 450 mark. 430 was the 23.6 fib line. We want to see this hold as support now. My next take profit, guys, isn't going to be up till 475. I just wanted to get a little bit off.
Yeah, we will look to buy some sort of small pullback here at that 432 level. If we can get down there, I'm going to be buying on the bid. Flush. Okay. Going to be buying a little bit right there. Not getting filled. Okay, so I was trying to buy on the bid there. Not getting filled, so I'm just going to hop in there on the ask. 25 shares there at 434 on HEPA. So we're long HEPA at 434. Consider adding a bit of this if we flush down below. The take profit is going to be up there at 475. So 434 we're in. It's just a starter there. Very small share size. Only $100. So I'm leaving some room to add. I do like this setup. Could also still come back down to this area here. I will not panic. The volume's nice. I like this trade so far. If we flush down to the 420 area, I will tack on some more. 420 flush, I will try and buy 50 shares on the bid. Watching the level 2 here, watching for 420. Making a bit of a 1-minute bull flag here. Can we get a breakout of this? Here we go. Thinking of doubling this position right about now. Doubling the position there. Stop loss is now going to be at 427. I'll put that in there so there's no excuses. I'm going to sell half of the position here. We're out for half there. And sell the rest on that push there. Not quite getting it. Getting up there. Alright, so making like $5 there. Not too bad. A little 1-minute bull flag breakout. That was not the worst trade. Let me see how much I managed to get there. Okay, so that was should have held that last 25 shares a little longer now that I'm looking at it. It's alright. Yeah guys, so that was a decent trade there. Really nice setup there on the 1
Oh
minute.
man, look at that spike right up there.
Yeah, so obviously my issue is I always don't hold my winners long enough. So at that point there, I could have held the other half of the position, but to the high of day, all well. Still a good trade though. Especially today, there is not follow through, so taking profits early today, no worries. So basically that one actually just ends up coming all the way back down. So that's once again just the theme of the day there. That was a good trade. I'll go to HEPA. So you can see that there was our little bull flag breakout, and we're actually slowly making our way up now. Wow, this thing's actually making a really nice formation here. Oh, whoops. Oh no. Okay, I thought I was stopped recording. Yeah, this thing, so you can see that it had these huge pullbacks, right? Like nothing you will really want to see. This is just the theme for today, just nasty pullback central. So yeah, we ended the day up pretty good actually. 2 decent sized winners, so we're up like 9. Like I said, I think in the start of the video I showed the P&L 940. That's probably going to be it for me today. There's only about half an hour left in the market, and nothing is running at all. HEPA is the strongest one out of my whole watch list, which is pretty depressing because it's not even strong. So no end of day squeezes today, as you can see. Yeah, great day. Lots of control there today. I'm really proud of myself. Tons of control actually, mentally and execution-wise. Really sucks I missed out on that huge trade on ANVS, but we ended the day up $10 anyway. So great day. That's it. I'll be back tomorrow. Adios.